and shoulders above your girl in every regard for her to take you seriously and cooperate, right? Because the bottom line is to get cooperation, but you can't get cooperation in a modern day first world by just being an average guy anymore. Sorry, that's not happening. So have the work. It needs to be done before you even fucking meet her. A lot of you guys are fat. You look like shit. Your vocabulary is 100 words. You don't know anything about history. You've never traveled. You don't have a passport. You can barely speak the English fucking language properly. You slang when you convey your ideas. You have no education. You work on a shitty fucking minimum wage job. And then you wonder why women don't take you seriously, why they don't respect you, why it's so hard for you to have dates. Well, quite frankly, you're not in a position. You're not in a fucking position. And I'll take it a step further. I don't even think you guys should be bothering trying to find a girl unless you can support a family.
Thanks.
Because if you don't have the capability of taking care of a family, then why the fuck is she gonna want to be with you? Guys, I'm a firm believer that as a man, if you get into a serious relationship with a girl, like she shouldn't be fucking working, or she does like maybe some job on the side or whatever. But you need to have the capability at least of being the provider. Why do you guys think I want to sit here and tell you guys that you're a dictator and you're the boss and it's your way or the highway without necessarily giving you guys some fucking responsibility? Like, you guys want to go ahead and, be a dictator and tell her what it is to be a boss. But she makes more money than you. She's stronger than you. She's more smarter than you. She's more educated than you. She's smarter than you. So in that regard, you don't deserve to be in a fucking relationship. It's earned, not given. So don't even bother trying to get a chick if you're a fucking brokey. Some of y'all niggas have a step forward. gym in a year. But then you complain that you don't get laid. Some of you guys make no fucking money. Live with your parents. And then wonder, oh, why you just don't want me? You're a fucking loser. Rightfully so. You don't deserve a bitch. It's earned. You can't sit there and say, oh, I need a submissive woman. When you're a fucking bum, you submit to your parents, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Incredible. You need to have a little bit of accountability on the male side, too. So, guys, there's a lot of you guys watching right now, I'll be honest with y'all, you're losers. And you wonder why girls don't want to be around you. You guys don't deserve to fucking have a chick. So, guys, quick word from our sponsor real fast. You know we don't mess around when it comes to leveling up, and that goes for your coffee, too. You're still drinking that sugary shit. You're already started reporting off long. C75 coffee's protein creamer is what real men use to start their day. 10 grams of whey protein per serving, designed to build muscle and boost metabolism. Most people are tossing whey protein into their coffee, but we took it a step further and made a creamer with whey protein already built in, no added sugar, just protein. They just dropped this protein creamer along with a whole new lineup. In addition to the classic dark and medium roast, you'll find new coffee pods and a brain-boosting 8% off. Guys, I'm drinking 1775 coffee right now, man. We walk it like we talk it over here, guys, and they got one that has a protein blend, man, so definitely go show them support. Shout out to 1775 coffee. Because when you get in a relationship, everything falls on you. Can you handle the weight? Can you handle taking care of a female and kids potentially? If the answer is no, then you shouldn't even be in the dating marketplace. You got other shit you got to focus on.
Yeah. A lot of girls will see you, and if you can't even take care of yourself or even them, they don't give you a chance. You're like, bye.
Yeah, you're going to, or let's say they do give you a chance, she ain't going to respect you.
Yeah, at all.
I'd rather be single than be with a rambunctious fucking girl that's always questioning me and hassling me.
Yeah.
Some of you guys are so fucking thirsty for that you guys will sit there and be with a chick that don't even like you like that. She disrespecting you, calling you out your name at Target, saying you're a bitch ass nigga, slapping you and shit. And a lot of you motherfuckers will sit there and take it because you're so fucking thirsty for sex that you will sit there and be with an uncooperative, disrespectful, rambunctious woman that doesn't take you fucking seriously. You guys will sit there and tolerate that shit because you guys are so fucking thirsty for sex. You're better off being a fucking incel and building yourself up than being with a girl that doesn't fucking respect you guys. I'm telling y'all, bro.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than being in a relationship with a fucking quarrelsome female that doesn't fucking respect your authority.
It's torture. Hella hard.
It's torture, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally fucking the worst. Alright? Guys, a lot of y'all don't qualify for one. A lot of you guys deservedly so are fucking incels. You're fucking losers. And that's a very tough talk that, like, because the other thing too is, like, a lot of you guys right now watching the show, we've got like, what, 4,000, 5,000 y'all ninjas in here, right? A lot of y'all ninjas look in the mirror and you don't even like what you see. You're ashamed of it. So, if you can't even look yourself in the mirror and be happy, how the fuck can a woman look at you every day and be happy? Like, no, real talk. A lot of you guys can't even look yourself in the fucking mirror and be happy at what's looking back at you. How the fuck do you think a woman is going to be looking at your dumb ass every day if you're not even happy with it? And that's why some of you guys are in miserable, terrible relationships.
You did it to yourself.
You did it to yourself. Guys, when it comes to dealing with cooperative women, half the fight is done before you even meet her. One more time. When it comes to being with a cooperative, submissive woman, half the fight is complete before you even fucking meet her. There's no two or not. The smart guys know know this up front. The idiots, you guys don't realize until you're in a relationship with her for a year, she starts disrespecting you, and yeah, maybe I will do the work up front. This bitch is really tough to deal with. God damn, she questions me and hassles me on everything.
And now you want to change it.
And now you want to try to change it.
Started wrong. Started wrong.
You started off on the wrong foot, the whole walk is fucked now. Good job, stupid. What's up, man?
I'll tell you this.
You guys literally start on the wrong foot and the entire walk is now null and void.
It's harder to date a girl long term than just to smash. It's way harder. You need real frame and you need real active, like, work for yourself before you get into that. Because remember, at the very beginning, how you start, so you got to end. If you're not that guy from the very beginning, It's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, a bunch of guys can keep the facade up for like a week or two or a month or two. That's how half the city of Miami runs game.
Yes.
Niggas are scammers. They're really brookies. You know what I mean? And like they show this cool, extravagant lifestyle up front. The girl thinks they're somebody, and then they find out later on, oh shit, this dude's a fucking scammer.
And it works at Walmart.
So yeah. So, guys, your job is to be authentic up front. So there's no nasty surprises later on, and you're able to go ahead and start on the right foot and end on the right foot. And half the work is done before you even introduce yourself to the fucking. You guys understand that? Like, half the work is complete before you even introduce yourself to the girl. So you got to build yourselves up, guys. There's no way around it. Sorry. Self-improvement is a requirement in 2024.
Yeah.
It's a requirement. The standards are too high. So what are you going to do? Are you going to bitch about it and complain? Right? About hypergamy in women? There's a bunch of YouTube channels that do that. We talk about the problems on this show, but we also want to give you guys a solution. The solution is you must be that fucking dude.
Also, competition.
Matter of fact, Rich Cooper shared this earlier today. Something like 67 to 70% of men identify single, versus only about 30% of women identify single.
I wonder why. Tells you a lot.
Share it. About 70% of women identify. Sorry, excuse me. About 70% of men identify single, whereas only about 30% of women identify single. If you have any common sense, tells you that means inevitably that the women are with a small portion of men. You're not saying this shit's a game. I'm telling y'all, man. The winners are taking everything. Feminism is here, and it's unintentionally to higher status guys in a position of power. So what are you gonna do? You gonna bitch about the situation? Or are you gonna adapt to the situation off the solutions we gave? That's why we do this podcast. We teach you guys all the different facets of becoming the best version of yourself, which we're gonna do also on the Zoom call right now.
Yes.
Do you guys understand that a man's life is a lot harder than a woman's life in 2024, especially? We had to. You don't agree? You disagree?
Yeah. Hell no.
Okay. How many of you think? How many of you think that women live a harder life than men in 2024? Raise your hands. Do you think women do? What's this?
I don't want to compare it.
Well, let me tell you why. So, men live a way harder life than women, and the reason why is because men must earn their value. When I'm 18 years old, I'm a fucking nobody. Nobody cares about me. I need to go to get an education. I need to earn some money. I need to build up my status. I need to go to the gym and build up my body. Everything that makes me attractive needs to be earned. I need to get competence. I need to get worldly. I need to be able to have good conversations. That all takes time. Girl turns 18. She could be on a boat with a millionaire. So women are born with their value and men are simply not. So you're telling me an 18-year-old girl can't be around a millionaire?
I feel like at the same. I feel like yes and no to the same. Like you. Their body. A woman has the same thing that you're saying about being 18 and doing all this stuff. A woman has to do the same thing to keep their look.
The statement I'm trying to make is that men have to work a lot harder in life than women do to get the same dating benefits or get opportunities given to them, right? So since men have to live a much harder life than women do, right, and we have to go out there and earn it, once we actually become attractive and we have the ability to attract a woman, why would we want to sit there and fight a woman? We have to fight the world to get to where we're at in the first place. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the last thing I want to do after working all day and like going out there and competing with other men that are masculine is not to go and compete with my girl when I get home. Yeah.
I think
That's a headache.
it's harder for women on a different scale though.
That's a very for women. Go ahead.
As far as like the whole let's go back to being 18 and she can get on a yacht with a millionaire. Now people are sexualizing her and doing all of this because she looks a certain way at 18, and it probably won't go away. It's probably natural. She probably doesn't have to work on her body as much, but she has to worry about when harassing her sexually and all this. So it's different problems on a different scale.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
okay.
Men are pretty stuck and getting killed in public.
And so do women. They have to worry about getting kidnapped.
You can say
Yeah. Yeah.
So the victims are majority versus women. Yeah, and the points that you mentioned, right? But here's the thing: at least when a girl's beautiful, though she does have to deal with harassment and weirdos, doors open for her that never open up for men.
Offer it, yeah.
Yeah, so you understand? And his opportunities. You're right. Yep. Music industry.
Yeah.
Hey, have you met celebrity artists before?
Well, you know.
I guarantee you, if I took a male artist from sure same skill level, he would need zero fucking stories.
Yeah, but now I have to work as hard, twice as hard as a man because they take me as serious as a man because I'm a woman.
You're getting here, you're getting the opportunity. You're able to students you're getting the knowledge. You're given certain opportunities that other men will never get simply because they haven't taken you.
Shit, I hope so. Let's speak that into existence. So
This right here, here's the fucking show right now. Wow. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I've said it in a few months now. Privilege is invisible to those that have it.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking male artists would fucking kill to be in a room with a famous music producer or an artist, etc., to at least be able to meet them and shake their hand? Versus you're saying, well, sound fast.
You're what? 20,000 people working right now. You said you're a singer, right? That's promo. Want to do the same thing? They can. You get the guys in here. Opportunity.
I mean, but what if that's y'all's preference? But I don't. Y'all's preference is to bring women to this table. Like, why not bring the guys? That's a good point.
Because 4 minutes ago. No, before that.
That was like 2 minutes.
They have to earn.
There you go. Men have to earn their value. Well, don't. You did bring them up here a little bit. It's just nothing sensible.
That's good. Then okay. I'm getting my
It's cool because the whole argument was I think men have a harder existence than women do. And then you went ahead to prove the point for me, even in your own industry.
I feel like men.
That's just one industry. And we need to talk about the other things.
Very valid points, but I just don't feel like it's harder. I think every is their own way. And the scale of life is balance. If the scale of life is not like this, it is not like this.
That you get are of getting opportunity versus the men that I'm talking about who didn't get the opportunity. You're saying, one of those guys might be a music producer. Those guys may know someone that could make your career.
But
I say something for you in the future that sets something up. Like you're missing out on that. That's what I'm trying to say. The men don't even get this opportunity. You at least have the privilege of being able to say, no, I'm going to lost even though I get all these opportunities.
sometimes men have the privilege of being a man. Like, just because they're a man, they're gonna get the job over a female or over a woman. Absolutely. Come on now. Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay. See,
Since-
you took a test. See what I was when you were baby.
Jeez. I was gonna ask you, give me one right privilege that men have that women don't, besides, and I'll just say it, the ability that men have to have sex with girls and not be judged. Name one right or privilege that men have over women.
To go outside at night and walk by
I'll
themselves.
refute that here in a second. What about you?
I'm not gonna say it right. I'm just gonna say
One privilege.
I didn't get a job over a man before, and I'm just gonna say that it was a valet job. Some driving stuff, but that goes back to the whole thing that women can't drive. And I've had experience in valet driving, but I guess it wasn't enough, you know. And I see that all the employees at that place specifically were men.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know if that's like a whole worldly thing, but I know that is a
Maybe the
thing.
person that beat you out had just more experience and training and more knowledge and was just a better candidate.
Some of those, okay.
Because I get an argument because
Because I know someone that I knew someone that worked there, and some of those people were actually just starting. It was not that they had more experience than me.
they beat you out for that. So you're saying they were
Yeah.
already there, so they already had the job.
No, they applied when I applied, or maybe after I applied, and they still got the job, and they had less experience than I did.
Really?
Mhm.
And you don't think that it's something on their resume that might have been better or whatever it may be?
What would you think?
I don't know much about this company, but
Longer time. I'm
saying
It wasn't that though. That's what it was. That I had some ears on the inside. It wasn't that.
tell you this. I'm sure there are that. And honestly, the guys are going to be better because of their experience with cars. It's because, just because to be fair, and as well as you do your job, they'll like you too. But you have to prove yourself as well.
just like male-dominated fields are more likely to hire women than men are.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Fair.
Yeah. Candidates might just be better.
Today's sponsor is Be Naked. After 30, your testosterone drops by 2% every year. Yeah, that's right. While you're out here scrolling on TikTok, your masculinity is packing in his bags. But you don't have to be that guy. Step up with Naked Organs. This ain't no soy boy supplement. This is straight up 100% ice and organs, liver, kidney, heart. The stuff men have been using for centuries to stay sharp, strong, and keep their testosterone sky high. Get your vegan pea protein, quinoa, or whatever weak sauce they're pushing. This is Primal Power, packed with B12, iron, and zinc. New nutrients that your body needs to stay jacked and ready to dominate. Go to BeNaked.com, use code FRESH, you get 15% off. Keep your masculinity in check, guys. Code word FRESH. BeNaked.com, use code FRESH for 15% off.
I feel like when people people think about things like that, they're gonna say, okay, we have a woman here that has hella experience, and we have a man here that doesn't really have experience, but he knows about cars, so I'm gonna hire him because he knows.
Position though. Look at this skill set.
It's doing here. Same thing. Guess what? So I'm here because they do here. So just wherever you work. That's a matter of
I don't do hair, so I'm just saying.
Skill set that is pertinent to that job field. So therefore, it is something that makes them have more, I guess,
So we
leverage over you and getting the
skill
position.
set versus experience. When it
Yes,
comes to that.
a skill set might be more important than experience based on their current employee pool. You don't know what the boss is looking for. They have one of you guys have experience. They're like, we need a guy that actually can maybe if the car isn't working, you can open up the hood and do something. You don't know what the employer needs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Is that required in? I mean, if it's like a parking garage, yeah. I've never driven on the road with
So-
a makeshift car.
So
You don't know how to drive a new car.
for example, men have in society besides being able to have sex without being judged by it. Privilege or rights that men have over women besides being able to just have sex with a bunch of girls without being judged.
I don't really understand.
I'll answer for you. There is none.
I don't understand that. Give me an example.
There is no privilege or right that
Give
men
me
have over
an
women.
example so that I can counteract that.
See, you're just trying to argue.
No, I'm not trying to argue. Don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. I'm really just trying to understand what you're trying to say so that I can respond to
Say
it.
clearly. I'll answer for you. There is no right or privilege that men have that women don't besides the ability to have sex without being judged with a lot of people. Now you mentioned
I
why.
understand what you mean. That's why I'm asking you to
Don't worry.
give me an example.
Don't worry about it.
Does anybody else understand? Help me out here. Anybody else understand what he's actually like?
It's
What about the nice women at the table? Not your job. Say. Yes.
Women care about being also something to work with. That's what I'm asking you.
So that's sort of the point. There's a privilege men experience in 2024 in the United States that women don't also have a privilege or access to, besides the ability to have sex with a multitude of different women and having a higher body count without being judged. In other words, women have every single advantage and privilege that men do, and I would argue even more so. Women have more rights and privileges than men do. That's why I say a woman's life is easier in 2024 than a man's. So now you made the argument of being able to walk home around at night safely.
Just in general.
Okay. Statistically speaking, that is not true. Men are overwhelmingly the victims of violent crime, way more than women.
By who? By
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that just proved the point. That's your own fault. So you guys are the problem.
So actually,
You-
under that logic, also think like we're not attacking women, attacking men more.
So,
So sick to men. It's
women, not fight. That's it. That's why we need to be women and not fight and not be Mexican because they're already fighting. Talking about getting assaulted. Like it's just
talk about sexually assaulted because of violent assaults.
talking about sexually assaulted.
Sexually assaulted.
Like,
Okay.
if any of us go outside and we want to walk to the club right now, what do you think the odds of us getting there safely? No, it's hard.
Yeah.
That's the question. Hey, when standing up, don't be sick of me yet. Don't be sick of me. Hey, that's the question. Where's our food?
You get a judge for my body counts. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. That's interesting that your boyfriend, you guys met in stat class. So you should be able to understand simply that, like, if as a man you have a way higher likelihood of being assaulted, robbed, or the victim of violent crime walking around at night than a woman. I get it. Like, as a woman, it's scary because you don't have the capability to defend yourself to the same degree as a man. However, men are overwhelmingly the victims of violent crime way higher than women. When women are victims of violent crimes, a lot of times it's by someone they know.
Yeah, you're using sexual assault. Like guys typically can't sexually assault another guy.
I didn't say that.
You didn't
It
use
didn't
sexual
even-
assault as an example.
I thought we were talking about women. Are we not talking
Okay,
about
so since we usually have to that women that men have over women besides the that's not true either, actually.
Okay, what about presidents? How a woman would literally get